Recently, the Romanian ambassador made some very unfortunate statement, and in this case, he referred to Africans as monkeys during a meeting. And indeed, this has to be pointed out without any form of fear, and to be spelled out clearly as statements that fully characterized uh, or contain the characteristics of racism, discrimination, and such kind of mentality and thinking. They do not have a space in our current world. And this is so weird that he would really make such kind of statement, and somehow there was a delay even in terms of his own country responding, and probably the other voices that have the moral right to speak over this issue having delayed to speak over this issue. And that's why at some point there were thoughts where people were beginning to think that they were intention to cover up the issue. But we are grateful that the issue came up, and at the end of the day he was recalled. And this is very important because such kind of statement has ability to hurt relations, not just between Kenya and Romania and so other nations, but African countries and Romania and subsequently other countries. And so this is very crucial because of mutual respect. There need to exist mutual respect, and this is the reason why before some of these people are sent out, they need to do proper screening, and they are not just supposed to send people out for the sake of sending to go and represent them in other countries. I know these are sometimes these are things that even our country as Kenya, sometimes they do it because you may end up with the intention of rewarding someone for political reasons, but at the end of the day, you happen to send out the wrong person to represent Kenya. Then they keep on messing. Of course, this one, in this case, has to do with racism statement, and maybe assuming if Kenya is sending out somebody who they have not properly screened, maybe may have challenges of corruption or any other thing. But in this case, the recall was quite in order, because at the end of the day, that kind of mutual respect, especially where diplomacy is concerned, was at stake. And some of these things may not happen immediately or spontaneously, but over time you realize that the relationship between these countries or countries involved begin to take a direction that will not favor that kind of good relationship between these two countries or other countries involved. And so that kind of mutual respect is very important, and even as we think about mutual respect, these countries, before you send out somebody to represent you, properly screen them and make sure that you are sending out somebody who is in his rightful mind, somebody who is well exposed and well trained and educated, and somebody who is well mannered and who is going to represent your country in the best way they can, and in a way that also respect other people and does not look at other people as lesser people and look at them as superior, as more important than others. So I think that was quite in order, and African countries need to assert in their position and address that issue unilaterally with the most vocal sound that they can, because that was quite unfortunate, and it is something that should not be tolerated in this current world. Otherwise, we pray and we hope that all shall go well, and that people shall respect one another.